Today we're looking at the Wuben X4 Tactical Flashlight. This is a new entry in the Wuben's X series. They're pretty capable aluminum alloy die-cast flashlights. We're going to open this one up and see what we got. Some nice packaging. Little origami box here. Looks like you pull this open. It's a nice presentation. So we have the user manual. Put that off to the side. We have the flashlight. It looks like underneath we have a included lanyard and a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. The flashlight comes nestled in this molded plastic in a protective bag. Pull that out. So it looks like the battery comes charged, and they have a little tab in here saying remove before use. So one of the things I really like about this flashlight is the way that they lock the battery compartment. So you have a little latch here and a lock. So you unlock that, and then when you press this button, it actually pops open, and it looks like it popped the guard right off. Inside, powering the Wuben X4, you have a standard 18650 battery. These are very common for tactical flashlights and other types of lights. This is really great because you don't have to be dependent on a rechargeable battery for the Wuben's use. You could bring along a bunch of these on a trip if needed to recharge it. So this locks again, and then you put this switch down, and then it won't lock or open again. This is IP68 rated because of that kind of seal there, which means I think it's 2 meters underwater for an hour, right? So great look and feel. I love the design of the Wubens. I love how we're getting away from standard flashlight shapes and feel. It's aluminum. It's got a nice heft to it, so it feels good in your hands, but not so heavy that you don't want to hold on to it. You could hold it like this and use the button on top. You can hold it like this and use the tactical button on the back, and we'll go through all the functions of that in a minute. It's got a great sturdy belt clip, which works really well and holds it in place. I wish it was a little bit deeper carry, but that's fine. You could also use this clip to clip the flashlight to the brim of a hat if you need to work hands-free, which is great. It's a little heavy to keep it like that. I wouldn't do it for hiking or anything, but if you put it on the brim of a hat, hanging down or on the top, it's actually good if you need to light something that your hands are doing. You could also put this on a backpack strap and light your forward area with this LED strip. So let's go through the functions of the X4. You have this analog switch here, which again I love very much. The main purpose of the switch is to go between modes. When it's all the way down, it's locked, which I really like because on a lot of my tactical flashlights, you have to triple click the button or double click and hold to lock it. I always forget what the lock is when I need it. This way, it's dead simple. If it's all the way down, it's not going to go on in any way. If the switch is up, then it goes on. What's great about this switch additionally is if you move it all the way up, underneath the switch is the USB-C charging port, which is great. It's not another rubber port that can degrade or get lost. You just move the switch up and you put it in that mode to charge it. So the modes on the side here from the switch, you have lock mode, you have side light mode, which is this LED strip, you have forward mode, which can be the turbo, and then you have moon. Moon is the lowest lumen. So moon, you can do 5 lumens. The X4 has a range of 1500 lumens with the turbo mode to down to 5 lumens with the moon mode, right? You also have the white LED, which goes into RGB mode as well. The turbo mode, if you're running in turbo mode, it's saying you could last about 3 hours, whereas moon mode, which is just enough light to kind of see what you're doing, you could run about 285 hours. The turbo mode has a throw of about 205 meters. And the RGB mode, supposedly you can last in 70 hours in color, The brightest white you could last in about 8 hours. The lowest white you could last about 70 hours. And then it ranges through the RGB. The flashing you get about 185 hours. So the chassis itself is, as I said, aluminum alloy. It weighs about 5 ounces with the battery, about 3.21 ounces without the battery. It's 1.47 wide by 1.4 inches deep, and then 3.77 inches long. Getting back to the switches, you have moon mode. In moon mode, you have on and off from the top button, and then you also have this tactical switch here. And in every other mode, the tactical switch goes right to turbo. But in moon mode, again, it's an off-on button, not a hold button. If you go one down, now you're in torch mode, which is the front light. The tactical switch here is a press and hold on button, or a double click, and you get a strobe, and that's at maximum. When you're in torch mode and you press the top button, the light goes on, and then you have the dial here that allows you to go from 5 lumens to 1500 lumens with a blink at the end, either end of the range. So once you get up to 1500 lumens, it'll blink to tell you that's the highest. When you get down to 5 lumens, it'll blink again to tell you that that's the lowest. When you're in torch mode, double click does nothing. It's really the tactical switch that gives you any kind of different functions while in a torch mode. If you go down to the side light mode, again, you have press on for the white light, and then you can dial it up or down, and it'll blink at either end of the range. You can press and hold, and it'll switch to RGB mode. Now in RGB mode, the dial actually changes from being a brightness to being a color selection. So as you cycle through, you get all the different colors as well. If you double click while you're in RGB mode, whatever color you have will blink. And then once it's blinking, you can't change the color again until it stops, right? Turn it back on, you can change the color to red. Double click, and you'll have that as well. So if you go from lock mode to side light mode, and you double click, you'll get alternate flashing lights. Now in this mode, the dial doesn't do anything. The only way to change these colors once you're in this mode is to double click on the top button. So you can go to red blue, which is like a traditional police siren light, red green, red yellow, back to blue red, and then one press shuts it off. Now in any one of these modes, if you're in side light mode and you hit the tactical switch, it goes right to torch mode. Same for torch mode, but for moon mode, it goes to moonlight. So that's in case you forget that you had this on the brightest setting and you just need a light quickly to see something. You can go to moon mode, press tactical, and you know that you're in moon mode. Now I really like the Wuben X4. I feel like it's a great everyday carry flashlight. It's just at the right size and weight for it not to be too cumbersome. It retails for $38.99 currently. I think that's a terrific buy for it, especially for all the features, for the waterproof, for the functionality of the side LED panel with the flashing color lights, or the singular color lights and the white. Different ways that you can hold it, different ways that you can mount it, the different lenses that it has. For the price, I think the Wuben X4 is a great deal, especially it comes with the lanyard and the charging cable. It'd be nice if it came with a charging block, but most things don't these days. It's very sturdy. It looks like this clip can be removed as well if needed. So there you go for your consideration, the Wuben X4.